Hey guys, we are live. Ta-da! I'm gonna try and bring up the chat so that we can get everything ready.
Are we already
Just
live?
a sec, I'm trying to get it so that...
Mom, it's video?
Yeah, it's going.
Why isn't it the other way?
Because I turned it around to do the other camera. We have it on the rear camera of our iPad, so we can't see ourselves. So if you're texting us, hold on. We're trying to do something else. It's not working though.
Emmy, they're here.
I might have to stop. Just a sec. Okay, this isn't working. We're gonna start a new one in a second. Hey, boss. Hey, wait, no, we've got people on here. So, Everett, just say hi.
Hi, balls. What balls?
Eyeball?
Cool pictures of tractors.
Okay, let's see.
Guys.
Yay, they can see us.
Whoa.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys.
I can steal our house.
Way, hey, guys. We've got Danielle's Duckhead. We've got Daniel Hollanthus. Okay, boys, you gotta be exciting. And Willow Creek Homestead's on here. Yay!
Hi.
Thanks, guys, for joining us. I'm trying something else. We're gonna see if it works. It probably won't. I don't know.
Bye.
So Trent is upstairs. No, hold on. He is working on the bathroom. We're really excited. I just did some things on Pinterest, and maybe I'll show you the stuff that I just found. Here, I'll show you what I was just on Pinterest. And I'll show you some bathroom designs that I found. Uh-oh. Can you guys help her? Okay, look at these bathrooms, you guys. So, I'm just going to click through. This is obnoxious, though. You can't swipe through like on the... This is obnoxious. I like the app of Pinterest better than the internet of Pinterest. But look at these tile patterns for the tile floor up in the bathroom. That's what I would love to do, something like that. And what else do we have here? This is really weird trying to go on the computer while holding the iPad. Okay, maybe I'll put it down. Thanks, you guys, for coming on. It is very cold. Today's actually a warm and sunny day, but it's been cold in the past. Okay, look at this awesome bathroom. Isn't that cool? I love that. Maybe not such a big fan of the floral wallpaper though. Look at that one.
I can't see it.
So tell me if this is boring or cool, you guys. I don't want to bore you to death. But I'm really excited about these designs that I've found because seriously, I have had a really hard time finding good bathroom designs. I've looked and I type in like old bathrooms and I never found anything. This one's really cool. Look at that floor. It has some really neat tile. And look at that gorgeous window. I love the wainscoting. That is just a cool bathroom. I could see that in my house. I love it. This sink is a little bit weird. I think I would put a dresser with drawers with a sink on the top.
Oh, I love that one.
Hey, here's Trent.
Hey, I just had to organize our medicine cabinet, and I was OCD about it, so I had to finish it.
So I've just been showing
Angela thinks we're
them
gonna move the toilet.
my Pinterest board. Do you mind maneuvering the Pinterest board while
Sure.
I hold this?
What
It's
do I
hard
do?
to do both. We'll just, you can just click the X, and then we'll look back at all the other designs. Look at these, I haven't shown Trent this pin board yet. Look at these, that one I love right there.
Is that like floor tile?
Yeah, look at that. I would love our floor tile to look like that. Or this. I can't point while I'm on here. Or
Rusty
this one.
1159 says we'll have to get a clawfoot tub no matter what we do. Totally agree. We've got a
Yes.
clawfoot tub that we found actually at the scrap yard. We just paid scrap metal prices for it, but it doesn't have the claws.
About that?
So we're hoping we can find cheap claws, cheap, nice.
Bright Purple Viking says that especially with the theme that you're going with these days, then it would be sterile IKEA bathroom is not going to cut it. I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's a fun style, but it's not going to work in our bathroom, and so I'm super excited.
Anywhere in our house. Yeah.
So Home Place Journal says, is our bathroom as large as some of these illustrations? It's probably that big, maybe a little bigger. I mean
It's a different layout.
That's
it's a
a
little bit
different-
longer and
yeah.
skinnier, but probably about the same square footage.
So we could probably fit a nice closet, some cabinets above the toilet, and a nice. We could fit double sinks.
These subway tiles need to go higher.
So instead of this pedestal sink, we could fit like a nice cabinet with 2 sinks.
Yeah, that's not my favorite one at all.
So ours is probably like this size.
Yeah.
And so instead of having
that.
this radiator, we could put double sinks.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind the radiator.
The radiator's cool. I'd have it more like next to the bathtub if I was gonna have a radiator. See, there's double sinks.
We're drooling here. This is awesome.
I love the paneling in this
Love
one.
the correct size window too. Nice and tall.
The gilded mirrors are a little too much.
A little dark for us too, but
I'd put the wainscoting only half up.
yeah.
I pinned that because it's like, look at that. It's from the 1850s bathroom. It's just
Wow. No
very
plumbing.
interesting. It's not my goal, but it's just,
Is that
I'm fascinated
early
by it.
form of indoor plumbing, the water heater.
I love that.
Right
Look
above
at
the
that.
bathtub. That's a great idea.
It's like copper. I could see an awesome copper fixture right next to the
Oh,
bathtub.
we could hammer our own copper tank. That'd be awesome.
I like the tile going up on this next one. You can't see me pointing because my hand is
This one here.
Yeah, so this creepy moldy stuff is not. I pinned it because I like the piping, actually. So I would love exposed piping like that. Somebody said, you could make a lot of cheese in that bath.
Yeah.
We'd have to get
Blue
a
cheese.
nice heater underneath the bathtub to be able to. That is gorgeous. Look at the floor. It's not a tile floor, but it's.
Now this is very similar
Really
to the
cool.
feel of the Fonthill Castle, which was our original inspiration for this whole house. This has this similar, I guess, lightness of wood, but not too light, but somewhere halfway between Craftsman and a more rustic style. I don't know. This is Craftsman, but it's not overboard on the embellishments. I guess that's what I mean. I love it. These wonderful built-ins.
I love it.
Love it.
Everything about that makes me happy.
It's difficult for people to see what our it's difficult for our neighbors who come to our house and see it the way it is right now to see our
Vision.
vision for it, but we don't usually sit down with them and show them either.
Yeah. A lot of people have been asking about the weather, so I will show you. Over here, it's a great day. In fact, it's such a great day that we think that we might. Here's the boys. They're on the hammock. I think I want to go get our Christmas tree today.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah, we are.
We got our permit, huh, Banjo?
It's a little early for getting a real Christmas tree because it's going to dry out, but sorry.
Clean under the toilet to get all of the oils.
Yeah, we cleaned up all of our essential oils next to the toilet. Banjo helped out with that. Thanks, Banjo. So someone asked, are we going for a designer look or an eclectic free stuff look? Now, I would say no to both of those. I would say we're going for a handmade, classic, inspired by history look.
Yeah.
And some of it might be free, some of it
Well, it
might
could
be
be a
home crafted, like carved.
1870s, 1880s designer, what would have been popular back then would be fine with me.
Yeah, not designer nowadays. Anything you
Yeah.
find in a magazine nowadays, I would probably say no to.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry I'm not in the video. I'm the one holding the thing.
So is this okay? I'm in the video right now.
Yeah, you and Banjo and the Christmas tree.
Unfortunately, we can't.
Well, maybe we
See.
can hold up. Let's
How do we-
try to bring up.
All right.
You go ahead and talk.
Excuse us just a second. Have you guys had a Saturday like this? I don't know if you can see me. I'm not seeing myself here, so. So
Yep,
on
you're in.
Saturday, I paced around the house looking at all the wonderful projects I could take on, and I ended up not doing anything. And I find myself doing that more often than not. It's not really overwhelmed. I wouldn't call it that, because it starts out as just like the world's my oyster type of thing. I can do anything, and then I find out that I can do everything. I can pick one of this vast amount of things that I can do. Anyway, so the day was done, and I hadn't done anything on my list, and I thought about a lot of projects, though, really, really big projects that involved like knocking out old concrete so that I can dig down and put a nice big footing in, and improve our house in a very structural way. But yeah, that's how Saturday went for me. You guys had that before? Okay, let's see if we can
Okay,
get
we've
this set
got
up
our
here.
live stream up on the computer, so now we're gonna try and get. There we go.
Careful, Beb.
Can't move. Okay.
Hey guys, what are you guys doing? Or what have you been doing?
They've been playing on the hammock.
No.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
were
guys.
playing on the hammock.
Is that it? What were you
Okay.
doing before that?
Let's see.
We had a Star Wars book.
No.
So Texas Maverick says the list is infinite at my house too. Yes,
Yeah.
you pretty much just have to pick one. And I was telling Trent last night, I was like, it's like, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. That's how you do a homestead fixer-upper. One bite at a time.
Visually overstimulated, yes, very much so. Bright purple
And a
lighting.
temper for Christmas.
Yeah, I look around and see all the fun things to do, and yeah, it starts out as being very freeing because I can do anything. But I guess that's the downside of working at home too.
Let's see. The Daniel's Duckhead Homestead says we get our Christmas tree this weekend after Thanksgiving.
The weekend after
Yay!
Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think that's what we did 2 years ago. We actually went up in the mountains and cut our tree with Willow Creek Homestead, and that was a lot of fun. And then last year we went to a tree farm, where you buy a tree to plant in the ground, and we got our Christmas tree there, and that's right before we started doing videos on YouTube. So we've never actually. Yeah, it's fun going into the Christmas season, having this channel to share it with you guys, and share our traditions and things. And we've actually found that it might be easier for us to vlog more often, but just in a less put together way. I don't know. We're trying different things. Overall, it's just
Yep.
kind of still a transitional phase for us, I guess. Turns out we really enjoy making videos, so.
And we always knew that.
We always liked it, but it was just taking so much time.
Let's see, what else?
Tumbleweeds for the tree, home place journal. Funny.
Dolly Sada says your channel gives me nostalgia. It reminds me of my family. So sweet. Sometimes I watch you guys and cry.
Aw.
Oh, thank you. That's
Well,
awesome.
that's how we feel about some of our videos too. When we add these, the music that YouTube provides, there are hundreds of options, and when music is put properly with the right video, it brings tears to our eyes. We're like, how
Yeah.
could this even be happening? We weren't even crying when it happened, and yet we see it with this music, and it really brings tears to our eyes. And, yeah, that's the benefit of editing.
I'd say music is probably one of my favorite parts of making videos. I mean, of course, besides the fact that it's, we're living our dreams.
The boys are cracking up over the lag. There's like a 3 or 4 second lag, so they're seeing themselves. They're laughing about it. You guys are awesome.
Rusty1159 says, I love how healthy and happy your kids are. I would love to grow up like this. Yes, Trent and I lived right next to really open areas, and so we sort of had a rural lifestyle. By the time I was in high school, there was houses everywhere. But it was really fun lifestyle not quite like this. It was very, very traditional, the both of us, the way we grew up.
Yeah, traditional country neighborhood setting, right?
But I would have loved to live like our kids live now, which is very free. Both of us went to public school, so we had freedom for sure. But
Well, there's one thing I've learned. It's never you're never too old to start. It's never too late to learn new things. I've always thought about my career too. It's very, very similar. I sometimes look at my art career and think, oh, there are so many other artists that are so much further along in their career, and they're my same age or younger. But you look at some artists that didn't get started till their 60s or even 70s, and then had to put out some really inspirational works of art. And so homesteading and living a more free, natural lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want. Oops, Everett, I think you spilled some water there.
No, Alex did.
Oh, okay.
can you get a tissue or a towel?
No, the cat did.
Yeah, never too late to start. I guess that's all I wanted to say about that.
And for the boys, it's never too late to mop the floor.
Yeah. So
They spilled some water.
No, the cat did.
it wasn't milk, was it?
You
It
can
was just water?
wipe it
Okay.
up
All right.
Okay, with the cat.
Lizzie, you've got a postcard coming soon from Texas Maverick.
I want people. Thank you. I want people to send me.
So Home Place Journal
Thank
says,
you for the cards.
oh, Banjo says, thank you for the cards. We love it when you guys send them. Home Place Journal says, I don't give up your art. I did, and I regret it.
Oh. Well, it's never too late to get back into it either.
Yeah, really. What? Don't drill something. Like, it sounded like they were drilling the piano, which they weren't.
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah, okay.
They're
Well,
fine.
I don't care so much about the table. We're going to cover that up anyway.
So Bright Purple Viking says, what's the update on Hammy? We're
Still alive. I don't know.
she's still alive. It's still a toss-up between keeping her and harvesting her. We just have to decide whether or not the amount of work and meat is worth it. Is worth it, right?
Totally
But we
worth
have
it,
a
yeah.
lot of meat already. That's really what we're talking about. Is do we need more? So that's the.
Yeah, do we want
We
to
still don't know.
Do we want to process her now and deal with that, and then deal with having to can or salt it all? Hundreds of pounds of pork. Or do we want to deal with a few more months of feeding her? I don't know. Do we want to try again to breed her? Probably not. I don't know. I've heard that some pigs just don't breed well, so Hammy is just destined to be food. But, I don't know. We just joke that 10 years from now we'll still be wondering what we're going to do with Hammy. But Rusty says, something tells me your kids are hardly ever sick. Yeah, that's actually true. However, occasionally we indulge in ice cream, and we'll do so for a week or so.
And Halloween.
And,
Candy.
Halloween. And we notice a big difference.
Yes.
Yeah,
A
our health goes
big
down.
difference. Yeah. All of us have had like a little bit of stuffy nose for the past 2 weeks. And guess what happened 2 weeks ago?
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. Candy, and we also bought some ice cream. Sadness of regret.
We should give it to Hammy. The fatter the better. Says
That's
Texas
right.
Maverick. Totally true. Better bacon.
Magic.
Yeah, anyway, Home Place Journal says anyone, you can, trade meat for stuff, and I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
true.
what stuff I would trade yet, but that,
Well, if they have wood or tile or,
oh my goodness, yes.
they're tearing down an old barn or something, we could trade a pig for it. That's a good idea. Yeah.
trade a
Thanks for the
pig-
reminder about that,
Pig
Home
for a
Place Journal.
tractor.
Trade a pig for an old tractor. That's a great idea, too.
Yes, oh, that would be cool.
Guys.
We just got a riding lawnmower, you guys. It's hilarious. They give it to us for free.
It's awesome. But it's old.
Thanks, Christy. It's fun. It's a little bit wild. It'll start going
Squirrely.
faster when you're not expecting it. But it'll be nice to have and fix up, and because we have quite a bit of yard.
Yeah, we do. Turns out that riding lawnmowers don't do very well over our type of terrain. We've got holes and dips and bumps everywhere. Which, I don't know, we don't mind. It's because that's a little bit more wild feeling. We don't, whatever, I don't know. I like manicured pastures and lawns too.
But that just means we need sheep and more cows.
But, right, I guess, yeah. just need sheep. We really want sheep. Where did I hear about it? About somebody, I guess I read an article about, oh yeah, it was in this farmer's journal that we subscribe to. They send it out to people in this region, Nebraska, Montana, and Idaho. You know, people who are farmers or trying to be farmers. Anyway, it was this cool article about how much milk, or sheep's milk, Americans use, and how little of it they actually produce. By contrast, so America imports a very large amount of sheep's milk for
Which
cheese, and
makes it a very lucrative business. If any of you guys are interested in having a sheep milk business,
I guess it's the right time to do it.
because not very many people have it in America, so you could be the. We
pumpkin?
thought about it, but really we've gone through so many ideas for like businesses and stuff, and we always fall back on art, and I think that's what we're meant to do.
That's what
It
we're
really,
good at, what
that's
we're
like
passionate about.
Trent's calling, I would say, because everything else is a chore in comparison. You know,
I don't know. I really enjoy it, and I think that's what serves as a lot of my inspiration for art, because I'm so nostalgic about old-timey, well, I don't know. Is it proper to say I'm nostalgic, even though I've never experienced this as a child?
You
But
appreciate history,
History, yeah. I want
and
to.
you're greatly inspired by it.
Yeah.
Go get a cat.
I'm an anachronist,
another cat.
if anybody knows what that means. I'm not of my time.
So cute. Yeah.
Let's see.
Sheep's milk is used for
Drinking.
It's delicious. Yeah, fresh. Yeah, but a lot of cheeses are made out of it.
Yes, some sheep. Blah. Our friend gave us some sheep's cheese, if you call it that. It was fantastic.
Mazithra is one of the common sheep's milk cheeses. It's delicious. It's kind of a hard grating style cheese. But let's see. I've got to read some of these real quick.
Bye, Danielle's duck's head. She has to go and teach her kids some homeschool classes. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, see you, Danielle.
No one.
Texas Maverick said clawfoot tub. She was talking about getting claws for a clawfoot tub.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited. We looked online. We'll have to buy some. Ours has no claws on it.
The only reason we haven't done it yet is because we found some good deals, but we're worried that they don't meet up properly. You know, the
it's
shape that.
Risky to
goes
buy
in.
something online when you don't, if we just need to measure.
I could weld it if
That's
it comes
true.
down to it. Yeah.
It's new for us. We've never designed a bathroom with a clawfoot tub before, so
That's squishy.
it's.
Home Place Journal.
I'm excited.
Mommy, it's squishy.
It says, yeah, they're a milkaholic and they love sheep's milk. Yes, I agree. I love sheep's milk. Apparently, it has more. You can actually make just about twice as much cheese per gallon of sheep's milk compared to per gallon of cow's milk.
You can't squish.
Roughly twice. So there's a lot more protein in sheep's milk per gallon. And I don't remember exactly what the story is behind the fat molecules, but it does taste creamier than cow's milk as
It
well.
coats your tongue. It's really nice.
And we have very creamy milk, but I still prefer sheep's milk. That doesn't mean we'll ever get rid of Buttercup, because we love her.
She is a part of our family. She's amazing.
Even if she stops giving milk, stops
She'll be
having
our
babies, she'll just be
pet.
our lawnmower.
Yeah.
She's our pet. Yeah.
Kitty.
Let's see.
Here, we'll
Some
move the camera so that yeah, a little bit better maybe. Well. Oh, did she get away? Emmy's a little bit hard on kitties.
Oh, they were cuddling the kitty. Now it's gone. Banjo, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Thank you, Melissa,
Hi,
for your
Emmy.
kind compliments.
Bye.
We love our kids too. They're awesome. Yes, Buttercup has the most beautiful eyes, says Jill. Yeah, she really does. We love her long eyelashes and big, cute puppy dog eyes and her kind of wrinkly eyebrow area. I love.
We can't wait to see, because her calf is supposed to be all. What's the breed?
She'll be purebred Jersey. Yeah. So we've never had close contact with a purebred Jersey calf, so we're very excited about that. Banjo. She's playing with the delay too. So this is a better camera, isn't it? But we do have to deal with the delay because of that.
And maybe that you tell
That's
us
all
if it's as obnoxious this time around. Usually we use the camera on the front of the iPad, so this time we tried something else.
You making a funny face? Emmy is such a ham. It's hilarious. A lot of you guys know that already.
So Pioneer Bee and Company and Homestead asks if Buttercup is in any paintings. Do you have that one out?
It's up in a gallery in Montana, but they're currently undergoing renovations in the gallery, so it hasn't actually been shown yet. So we're hoping that
she is.
the moment it opens,
If you get on Trent's website, right?
It should be.
It should be on TrentGoodmanson.com, and you could. You'd have to look through all of his stuff. You can just get on there right now, and we can show people.
There you go. I just put it in the comments if you want to see it. And
Well,
copy
now I
and
want to
paste it.
find out.
Bye, Rusty. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, we're going there right now too, just to see what's up there. I'm kind of bad at updating it, so
I wonder how quickly we could find it, though, is what I'm
it's
wondering.
up.
Oh, Angela, hold on.
Sometimes I forget which paintings I've done, and
Yeah, here, we'll just show you what we're doing.
so nice and still, Banjo.
Banjo's helping me video while Trent gets on his website.
Right now, I'm doing a large version of this small painting. I did this on location, and I'm doing a larger version, trying to capture the immediacy and impressionistic style of this in a larger piece. It's really a challenge, but it's really fun. So that's what I'm working on now. You guys saw in the last video that we cleaned up, and it's a lot cleaner even now. My studio is a lot cleaner now, so it's a lot more fun to work there. And this painting is gigantic, and it's in our
bedroom, and it's
yeah,
too big
it's
for
way
our
too
bedroom.
Big. That's a really large painting.
Banjo, I think Banjo zoomed in. Sorry,
Anyway,
guys. This
sorry.
is really.
We're maybe you guys like to see this. You can go there yourselves if you want to see it. Again, it's TrentGoodmanson.com. You can check that out if you want. Okay, I'll get out of
One
here.
of Buttercup's not on there.
No, it's not. I don't know why. I'm bad at updating, I guess.
Look, here's the video of your live chat, you guys. Okay, we'll turn it around and face us. Someone asked, do we have a basement?
We do not, and it's because of our high water table here.
Oh, it's zoomed in again. Sorry, guys.
This is how we do it. Sorry,
This
give us a
thing
second.
Okay.
Home Place Journal says, how many galleries are you in? We'll get back to the basement thing in a second. I have my work is showing in 6 galleries in the West, I believe it is. I'm currently trying to get in one in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is actually really close to us and a really great, world-class market. So, just a second, guys. I've got to block someone from our channel.
Yeah, please remain appropriate. Our kids are reading this. Other people's kids are reading this. And you will be deleted from this
Someone
forever.
just got deleted forever. Okay, no problem. Most people are awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
we appreciate you guys who are keeping it real, keeping it clean.
And then to the question, do you have a basement? We do not have a basement. Again, it's because of our high water table. And so that's the downside of it.
All of our
but-
neighbors who had a basement last year during the flood, they all filled with water.
Yeah. Even our next door neighbors who are, they kind of built up around their house instead of digging down into the basement. So they built their basement on ground level, and then, the rest of their house is up higher. And yeah, it's sad they got flooded out. But we also, the upside to that is that we dug a pond really easily. Dig down 2 or 3 feet, and we get water. A couple people are asking about the rocket stove. Let's see. KCoop35 also asked what kind of heating system do you use, what temperature do you keep your house. We keep our house around, between 68 and 70 degrees usually. Hotter than that it's just a little bit uncomfortable.
So, Deli says, can you get Banjo to say hi? Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Say hi to Dania and Samuel. Do you want to say hi? She's feeling the pressure.
Let's see. A question. What temperature does your rocket stove? Okay, does your rocket stove keep your house at? Yes. So our only source of heat is our rocket mass heater, our wood-burning fireplace. It's a particular design, and we've got two of them actually. The traditional one works a little bit better in the studio, and our own invention works great. It's way more efficient than a typical fireplace, but it takes big logs, so it doesn't quite burn as hot, which means it's not quite as efficient as the one that takes just kindling.
Somebody said that they think his Banjo is adorable and that they love that we have totally normal children.
Yes, we do. It's a correct bench. You don't have to be here if you don't want to be.
Mommy, I want.
Gwen in Idaho, hello. Sorry you're late. That's okay.
Thanks for joining us.
I want you to get me a drink of water, Mom.
Just finished a lesson on honeybees, huh? That's
Hey, Liz,
cool.
I'm gonna get her.
That's very cool. We want to get these. Our next door neighbor just gave us some old, an old beehive super. So a box with, what are they called? The drawer thingies. I can't remember the name. Anyway, so we're gonna use those and hopefully attract a swarm this spring. Let me back up a little bit. I want to answer all the questions. Hopefully, Sternal says, "Have you tried Coeur d'Alene?" Yeah, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho is another very world-class place for skiing and galleries, and yeah, that's definitely on my list. I'd like to kind of reel it in and only have galleries, within a day's drive from me, because galleries occasionally need to be checked up on, and it makes it way easier to bring a whole load of paintings. Maybe you can just bring them in person rather than just pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars to ship them.
Keeps them honest.
Piece of Peace Homestead says, how many years was your dad? My dad, LEO, law enforcement officer. Yes, he is retired. Piece of Peace Homestead is a retired officer as well, 22 years. Very cool. Thank you for doing that. That's a very difficult job, and
Great service to the community.
yeah, you don't get paid nearly enough for that. My dad is retired. He is, if you guys want to see him, it's
Do you want to sit here?
he has a channel called Scott in Colorado. He actually has a lot of videos of us from when he's come to visit, so you get kind of a unedited behind-the-scenes story from him on occasion. So that's really fun. So I encourage you to go over to see his. Again, that is Scott in Colorado. You can look it up there. I don't remember how long he was there, but 25 years or so, something like that. Both the city and the county. When in Idaho, says wild caught bees. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything against buying a swarm of bees with a queen and everything. But I think it would be a lot of fun to.
It would be
just
so fun.
Kind of like wild crafting mushrooms or something. It's just you get a kick out of it once you learn how to do it right, and if you can actually do it. I just think it'd be fun.
It would be fun. Pioneer Bee Company and Homestead's on the same page with us. They said drop some lemongrass oil in to attract a swarm. We saw a video on that, and it worked for this guy. He just a random swarm just came
just
by
put it in
and
a,
moved
like
in.
a cardboard box, and then he dumped it into the.
It was awesome to watch that
Just a
happen.
second, let me save the grills. Just a second.
Yes, Banjo and Emmy are having a debate. Sounds like. Emily Roherman says, can you do more of your banana sweetened recipes? Yes, actually, I'm wanting to make a brownie recipe. I will share it when I finally buy enough bananas. Every time I buy bananas, the kids eat them, and so I never cook with them.
I'm just going to zoom out here a little bit.
And then Morpheus says, miss you guys from Bangladesh. Yeah, it is. It's hard to see less videos but it's also nice to not have to make them at the same time. Let's see.
And that, again, that's not to say that we don't like making them. It's just, you know, there are a lot of things that we need to be doing. The first of which is making money, which
Yes.
doesn't come from making YouTube videos.
Yeah, and
So.
so we thank you guys for all of your support that you do give us. So, but
On that, not to turn this into a commercial, but if any of you are in the market for art, you can always ask me, and I'm definitely taking commissions right now. Well, not very many more because I've got a few coming, so that's nice. But if you want me to do a portrait for you, or portrait of your barn or your landscape, that's fine too. Sorry, I've got to go.
Yeah.
Take care of something again.
Someone asked, I don't know where it went. Joyce J says, you canned your tomatoes with skins. How did they turn out? We did that last year and this year, so yeah, we've tasted them and they're fine. I don't mind. You can.
We never skin them.
I don't. There is a difference technically, but to me that I make chunky food anyway, if that makes sense. So I've never noticed it like enough to annoy me. Like I cook mashed potatoes with skins, and so I'm used to it, if that makes sense. So it's kind of similar. It's not nearly as tough of a skin though.
No, it's not tough at all. You don't
Because
notice it at all, really.
it's been pressure cooked, and so it's very soft and tender. I love it.
Pressure cooking is awesome. You can cook a rabbit, and you know the bones turn out like sardine bones. You know, even the really big femurs and things. You know, it's
You can do
amazing.
that with chicken bones
Yeah,
too, if you cook them long
absolutely.
enough.
Joyce J went to Utah State, which is just half an hour from us. Yeah, I went to Utah State as well, and their art barn used to be
they
the art
tore it down.
building. Yep, it tore down. So sad.
We
Makes
were
me sick.
just looking at a historical book of a neighboring town that had the most beautiful church building.
It was like 5 stories tall with a huge bell tower. And
Yeah, and spires. It was fantastic. It looked almost Gothic.
Yeah, it was neo-Gothic.
And they
Can't remember.
tore it down.
Gothic
There was an
revival.
earthquake in the 50s or something in this area.
Early 60s, yeah.
And it cracked the wall. And Trent and I are like, cracked the wall? Since when does that?
Big deal, yeah.
I don't know. 'Cause
Anyway,
we've
yeah.
dealt with that kind of repairs, and so
But the author of this little book about the history of it said it was very repairable, but the government wouldn't pay for the repairs. They would only
pay for a
pay
new
for
building.
a new building. So stupid.
So they tore it down.
My goodness, that is what's wrong with America today. We do not subscribe to that.
I love
way of
history
thinking at all.
so much that just I can't
Oh, it's ridiculous.
think about it too hard because it hurts.
I can't believe that. You know, I would have thought better of their mindset in the 50s and 60s, but I guess I don't know. You know. People-
Morpheus, he says, "Can you guys just make a video channel about banjo?"
Yeah, really.
That
We
kinda
thought of that actually.
Oh man, she is adorable and she loves making videos and live streams. But
Wait.
when she's old
Oh,
enough,
Right.
she'd probably do it on her own. I'll wait for her to be old enough to decide that kind of a thing.
Andrew, you gonna clean the bathroom by yourself? You gonna clean the bathroom?
She's super excited. Before we did the live stream, we were in the middle of this whole bathroom.
Organizing and stuff. It's fun.
She didn't leave that stage, so that's fine if
You
you
can
do
do it
it.
if you want. You can clean up whatever part you want. Oh.
Let's
Oh,
see.
she's putting away her toys right now. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Urban renewal was a big thing. This is Barb Talbot. So many
Oh.
great old houses were torn down for modern ugly stuff.
I
Yeah,
can't even
it's a
think about
shame.
it. I can't even think about it.
Nothing wrong with
It hurts
modern
me.
buildings, but when they tear down a historic building, then there is a problem there. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just the wrong mindset, isn't it? Our throwaway society. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Well, and I guess they just don't value. I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why we make this channel too, is because even though what we're doing right now isn't historical because it's not in the past, it's happening right now. It's history still, and so I think that's one of the reasons why I still, we grab the camera because it's like, oh my goodness, this is never going to look like this again. I have to take a video. Anyway.
But
so
I mean, our house, all the
even
wood in the house
buildings
is
that
old.
aren't historical, they will be eventually, and so whatever.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, we're completely replacing this house more or less. But you can see the the wood beams above our heads there, and that's all. You know, all the original beams are there, and so we're not throwing away anything, and for better or worse, but we're eventually going to use it all for something, furniture making or whatever.
I know. I can't wait till we get to the stage where we're working on fine furnishings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Emily Roherman says, if Buttercup calves, will you plan to keep or sell? So it depends on if it's a girl or a boy. If it's a girl, we're going to keep her, and we'll just have 2 cows. That's
Yeah.
what so far, we change our minds all the time, but that's what we planned for so far.
Actually, I just saw some steers for sale. There's some brown Swiss steers for sale from a local artisan cheese dairy here. And they mentioned using them as oxen. And I had never really thought of that before. I thought
that
of
is
using
a good
oxen, but
idea.
I never thought of steers, which I consider kind of a waste of an animal.
Which is
as oxen, because
shame.
that is probably what makes a better steer. So yeah, I don't know. I'd love to have a work animal like that, a large one to pull a small plow or something. So that's an option. I'd love to get to that maybe in the next 10 years or so. It's kind of part of the plan.
The phrase waste of an animal is not what we mean. What we
That's-
mean is
yeah.
we don't need a steer because we don't eat meat that much. Just the same problem as with Hammy. It's like we thought we needed it, but then we harvested the other pig, which we never planned because we thought that he was going to be, a boar that helps us raise piglets. But anyway, he ended up dying, and so we harvested him, and now we don't need Hammy. So they're useful, just not in our specific situation.
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't have used that word waste. There's nothing that's wasted. Not here. I'm gonna go back up here. Read a couple comments that I missed. Homesteading is preserving the old ways. You're right,
Yeah.
Jill.
Yeah, it is.
I'd like to think that that's kind of our reason for doing it anyway. Our definition of homesteading a little bit.
Yeah, we're
Do
definitely.
we have stuff in our
moving.
greenhouse? No, we're really falling behind on that.
We have a nasturtium.
We have.
Oh, you have a nasturtium growing right out of the ground. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of gravel onto the dirt, and apparently a little nasturtium seed fell down, and it's growing. I don't bring water in there to water it either, so that's fantastic because those are actually very thirsty plants. I want to just go in there and throw some spinach seeds on the ground.
Actually, I'm thinking of that too. I just harvested some spinach seeds from our plants in the garden, which, we haven't even really thought much about the other things in our garden that went to seed. The things besides our broccoli and cabbage, those things like that.
Which
but yeah,
are going to seed.
which are also going to seed right now. Or, well, starting the process, I guess, of bolting.
Yeah.
But
so
I just planted those and on Saturday, so we'll see how those turn out. I hope they're viable. We'll see.
So we've
I'm
had
kind
some
of excited.
pretty hard frosts. I was afraid that our cabbage heads were frozen through solid, but I was still able to cut them with a knife, which shows that they're not a block of ice. So that was really nice. So I think we still have a chance to use them for sauerkraut, which is what I want to do with all of our white cabbage, green cabbage, what do you call it? Anyway, all our purple cabbage, we'll just eat throughout. Make stir fry.
Yeah. Yeah, we love it. It's really healthy. Anything that's purple like that, like a purple potatoes, purple cabbages,
What?
elderberries, with that, I can't remember the chemical name, but they help you ward off
They've got good
colds
stuff in
and
them.
flus.
Whatever it is that makes them purple is really healthy for you. And I
Yeah.
forget my
Dad, there's cats on the
terminology.
Kitties, get off the table. Right, Purple Viking says it'd be cool if we could find an old building and salvage it for the architecture. Actually, yes, we've actually got an old, what's it called? Mantelpiece that I'm assuming came
From
out of
this
this house.
house.
Yeah, it's out in the barn and it's a little bit in disrepair, but
We'll have to
when
show
we-
it to you in our next video
Yeah.
or sometime when we remember.
Yeah, yeah. And we need to repair it a little bit, but it's not too bad. And we want to size a new fireplace when we make our library off of this, the West Wing. we'll size the fireplace just to fit that. I think that would be a really cool nod to the original architecture of this house. And certainly, if we ever find a building or a house that's being torn down in this area, we'll make an offer on it. We'll ask them if we
If
can
it's
have
in
it.
our area range.
Yeah, price range, or, well, heck, we can make an offer, and
That's
they,
true.
they can always say no, I guess.
Wynn in Idaho asked if we are going to eat our nasturtiums. Yes, that we use them in our salads regularly. They're delicious. If you've just recently had a close encounter with a skunk, you may not like eating them, though. That is the exact same
It's the same
chemical
chemical.
of marigolds, and nasturtiums have the exact same chemical that makes up the spray of a skunk. But they don't taste like
You don't
skunk
taste
unless
like
you've...
skunk, unless you've just smelled a skunk really, really strongly. And
So-
so yeah, I almost can't.
We stopped putting them in our salad for about 2 months, and then salad season was over because all our stuff bolted. But now that it's growing in the greenhouse, I've eaten some, and it doesn't taste like skunk to me anymore. It's just that 2 months of
I still have to convince myself every time I try a nasturtium
practically
now.
got sprayed. That
I got one drop on me that I could feel,
This
a
was-
drop of liquid skunk spray on my arm, and I smelled like skunk for 3 days because of that.
This is the first time one of our bunnies went
Got killed by an animal.
by an animal. Yeah, and we have a video of it if you guys want to watch it. It has a picture of Banjo and Trent talking. It's adorable. I don't remember what it's called though. It's just called bunnies. I don't know.
I don't remember. Somebody says, "Have we got a lot of land?" Oh, and then somebody else says, "We just
Yeah,
we
we
got
have
just
got
over 7
7
acres. We'd like more, not because we won't necessarily need to farm more
We-
than 7 acres.
We
but
don't
because
actually
we,
use all the. I mean, even with Buttercup, we don't use all 7 acres. We could probably make it homesteading exact same way we're doing now on 3 acres or 4.
maybe 4. Yeah.
4. But we want to have a buffer so that we can. I would love to. I love the feeling of living in the middle of nowhere on natural land, and so the more land I own, the more I'm able to keep it natural instead of having it be developed.
And also a wood lot.
Yes,
we
I
need to
want a
have
wood
several
lot so
acres of
bad.
wood lot. We don't use much wood, so that's nice. So we wouldn't need very many acres of a forest to be completely self-sufficient
But
for our heat.
the idea of being self-sufficient in your own wood, and that would be so cool. Like, just go in your backyard. Like watching Art and Bree. I mean, he can just chop down or fallen trees in his own backyard. That is so cool that they have that.
You guys, they're doing weird dances and then they turn around and watch themselves a couple seconds later. This is like 5 seconds lag for us.
Pioneer Bee Company says your house will be standing in 100 years. Yes, that is exactly
That's the
one of
way we're trying to build it. And then Joyce J says, "How do you manage to make and work with all that cement?" Just, I don't know. Just I put
One
got it,
bucket
got
at
it,
a time.
Yep, got it in my mind that I was going to do it, and I just stuck to it, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I have to say. One thing I do not like though is getting dirty, particularly dusty. I hate it.
And cement work is very dusty.
No, it's very dusty. So what I do is I'll buy or just choose a set of clothes that I
Sacrifice.
feel, sacrificial set of clothes, and I'll just work them. I'll just work in them every single day, and take a shower at night.
Work
but then
them to
in
death.
the morning, I'll put on those same cement encrusted clothes until they're practically dust themselves.
He'll take them up and they'll like still be shaped like his legs because they've like been cemented that way. It's hilarious.
So working with cement and mixing it by hand, I say by hand, but we've got one of those little plug-in
Yeah.
cement mixers that does like 3 cubic feet per batch. But
So if you're looking to doing cement in your future, we recommend getting one of those. Trent tried a few. I think you poured a whole foundation just for mixing it.
I mixed
in
about 1 cubic yard just with a shovel in the wheelbarrow. And after, 3 days to mix a yard? Oh, it's just ridiculous.
How long did it take with the mixer?
I did, I think
do
my
that same.
best was about 1 3/4 yard in 1 day, which is a lot for hand mixing, but it was a lot of work.
No, I mean like once you got the actual thing.
Right, the mixer, about 1 3/4
Oh,
yard,
okay, I
as
thought-
opposed to a third of a yard per day hand mixing it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just a second, let me
Cement cloth sculpture, yes. It makes
Yeah,
me think
really.
of like how you would create like a Weeping Angel costume.
Oh.
Doctor Who fans will know what I'm talking about. Let's see.
Northern Kentucky Homesteading says, have you guys tried to make cheddar cheese?
We have.
We have tried once, and we kind of, I don't know,
We didn't really. No, I don't know.
what we did is we pasteurized the milk so that the natural bacteria wouldn't compete with the cheddar bacteria, and we were attempting to make it without
Buying
purchasing
cultures.
a culture, and I think it's a little bit ridiculous to have to buy this expensive culture every time you want to make cheese, because raw milk naturally has cultures in it. But yeah, to make a certain kind of cheese, you do need to start with those certain kind of cultures. And anyway, we were experimenting with it, and we never finished the experiment. So no, we have not made cheddar yet. Although we have a 10 or 11-month-old block of cheese that we made when we first started milking Buttercup, or near the
smells
beginning.
exactly like the expensive cheese that you buy at the store.
Similar to Parmesan, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
It's
very,
hard as a
very
rock.
hard cheese. But we still haven't tried it. I don't
I
know.
mean, if you dropped it on your toe, you could break your toe. Isn't it like this big? It's like the size of a dinner plate.
It's probably a 12-pound block, yeah, something like that.
Well, I'm
we
looking
need
at the
more
clock, and we've been
postcards?
doing this for a good long time. I think
Yeah, should we say goodbye?
we'll sign
Yep.
off for now, and we'll see you guys next week. We love chatting with you. So yeah, same time, same place.
Bye.
Sorry
And
if
we
we
will-
didn't get to your questions, but
Yes.
I think we got to most of them.
We tried to keep on top of everything, but thank you guys.
But if you want to, sorry, I was just going to say, if you guys want to post a question in the comments below after we publish this, it should be up in like half an hour, then we'll answer you there. So, all right.
Yeah, and we're gonna go get our Christmas tree today, and we are filming that, so you can expect that to come up this week whenever we post it.
Probably tomorrow, we won't wait too long. So, all right. Yeah, thanks again for joining us. We'll see ya. Have a great day. Bye.